Hello everyone, welcome back again to Steam Hammer. I just wanted to make a pretty small video just to talk about a fairly major thing that I forgot to talk about in my last video, and that is in this game how you start making a base. In terms of, I did show you how to build stuff, but there's a really big thing that might not be easy for you to work out. Maybe if you played Life is Feudal, because I think it's quite similar there. But before you start building on any of these tiles, first you need to right click. Well, first of all, you need to have a hammer equipped. And then you right click, you go to construction, and if you go to observe, now this is quite interesting because it shows you the level of all your areas. Now, when you first level an area, it will just look like this, and then even after it's the same level, you then have to flatten it in order for it to turn green. And you can only actually build structures on a tile unless it turned green. So this is a little bit kind of time consuming. I basically found a number which most of the tiles around me were already that number, and then that was the number that I decided to level to. Now one of the tips that I have found is when you are lowering ground, usually most people will right click and they'll go to lower ground, right? And if you do that, guess what? It lowers the ground. But then when it's flat like this, you would then have to right click and go to flatten ground. So that means you have to change the thing that you were doing. However, I worked out that if you make flatten ground the default option, like so, then of course it will flatten the ground when something is already level like this. But when there is something that is not level, you see like here, then if you click on it and it has the flatten ground option, it will automatically lower the ground until it's the same level as your ground that you're on right now. And then of course when you do the last thing, then it will turn it green. So this is a good way for you to do it a lot faster, because you don't have to keep changing from lower ground to flatten. Like, you just need to keep it on flatten all the time. Now, one other important thing is to press F4, and then you can see your areas, your whole area, and then you can actually make sure you're only flattening the area which is in your area, because it's kind of pointless if you were to flatten. I mean, unless you want to do it, of course. But usually the buildings anyway, they're all going to go on flat ground. So that would be what I would recommend for that. Now, one more thing. Now, of course, when you are flattening stuff, there is dirt, which is going to be in your inventory, you see, and it's quite a lot. So what I first thought to do, my first thing was, I can store it in baskets, and I think I've got a basket here, yeah, you see, with quite a lot of soil in it. And then after a while I was like, I don't think I need this. Like, I don't want to fill up loads of baskets only with soil, and I can't think of a reason why I would need it in the future. I don't think I would need to raise the area again. I don't know. And then I thought, why don't I just drop it in a pile? As you can see, that looks really ugly, because you end up with these really ugly like piles everywhere. So this is my solution that I came up with, and I would like to say I'm obviously not an expert in the game. I've only played the game a few days. So if any of you guys are playing it and you came up with a better solution, or if you know of a better reason that I should hold on to the dirt, then if you let me know. But all I've been doing is basically running out like this, and as you can see I have more big mountains here from when I was still doing that method. I just run out like this, and then I open my inventory, and I just double click on one of the soil, and I drop one at a time. I walk forward, I drop another one, I walk forward, I drop another one, and I just basically do that. And that has been my way of dropping the soil. I mean, it's not ideal, but at least it's not making a big, like, the mountain everywhere, which seems to be a slightly better option. So, yeah. Oh, look, it's the ocean. Yay, I love the ocean. Haha. Like I said in the first video, I do rather like the graphics in this game. Anyway, guys, that was just a quick video just to explain to you stuff about what you should do before you try to actually make a home area. This is the first thing you should do, is get all your ground flat. It takes a long time, but if you do it at the beginning, it helps you to plan out your area a lot nicer. And as you can see, one more thing I should say is I'm obviously working on my own. Some of the people say that you can only really play this game in a group of people. Now I'm going to see how it is working on my own. I do often play these kind of games on my own, so I'm kind of used to doing all the grinding and it taking a long time. But we'll see how it goes. So again, thank you for watching this video, and as always, well, maybe if I'm very lucky, I might see you in the next one. Bye bye.